What's up, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my back workout, and I'm going to be going over why I do the things that I do and also why lengthened partials are so great. And that's it, right? I'm also going to talk about how lean I am. But anyway, let's start off with the first exercise. Here, we're going to be doing a one arm Kelso pull up. Now, I know you guys have never heard of a one arm Kelso pull up, but you're about to learn today what that is. And also, quick aside, just look at how lean my calves are. People like to claim you can't grow your calves. Well, what the hell is this, right? What the hell is that? If you can't grow your calves, then how did that happen? Anyway, back to the actual video. So here, as you can see, I just do one arm at a time, and what I like to do is, I like to tilt my legs to the opposing side of the arm. So as you can see, the legs are pointing this way while the arm is pointing that way. It gives a nice counterbalance to the nature of the lift, but also it causes you to come more around the body because now you guys probably don't know this, but if you pull your arm this way, you get a stretch. But if you pull your arm around your body, across your body, you get more of a stretch in the outer lat, which is what you guys want when you do pull-ups, I hope. And that's why I do that. But there's one drawback to this lift that I've found that's pretty obvious actually, but also look at how muscular my hamstring is. Look at this stuff. Another one of my viewers, he actually has a few thousand subscribers. You know who you are. You brought up to me that you heard that the lengthened partials cause more distal growth than full range of motion. Well, here it is. Here it is. You see the distal hamstring growth from all of the lengthened partials that I do on the leg curls. That is real. But speaking about the back, so with this lift, the problem is, and oh yeah, this is just isolating the back, scapulothoracic motion, no arm bend, shrugging up and down with the lats, one arm at a time, taking the arms out of it. What you'll notice with this lift though, is that it causes you to start rotating left and right. You have to be able to balance your body through space to do this lift. And what I recommend, if you can do it, is to use your other arm to stabilize yourself. Use the fingertips to hold on to something like that pole over there, like the pole up there, like the platform to the left, either anything. And just pull yourself up while doing this to keep you stable. That will be much better. It will be like doing a supported dumbbell row or even a supported split squat, because support always makes a lift better. Having no support and being unstable is always worse for muscle growth. Being more stable is better for muscle growth. So in this case, what I would do, and you will see on the next set, this is more exaggerated because I add weight. What I would do is put my fingertips on this, either this, and that's what I did, or this, that pole or this platform. So that way when I do my reps on this one arm Kelso pull-up, I'm more stable and I can actually go up higher because it makes you more stable, so you can pull up higher. Anyway, so here you can see how much harder it is with even a light weight because it dangles. You see how it dangles and oscillates and rotates? That causes your body to oscillate and rotate left and right, tilt. Watch, it's gonna get worse. And also, more hamstring, flexing the hamstrings and all that. Here, right here, watch this. Oh, there we go. Now that started happening, there's basically jack I can do about it because, that rotational momentum. It's a fun lift. This is a fun lift. If you can get it to be more stable, it can be a good lift. It has the potential to be a good lift. And this is not, I'm not telling you guys who are beginners to try this lift, because This is what I do. These are the things that I do. I've done weighted pull-ups, sternum pull-ups, wide grip, narrow grip, neutral, overhand, all that. I'm doing this because I want to do something new. I want to try a new angle. But it has the potential to be a great lift. But here is a legitimately good lift. It doesn't need to have potential. It clearly is a good lift. And now, you might not be able to tell. You might not be able to see it from this angle, but this is a lat prayer. This is a single lat prayer, and instead of doing it in front of your body, like I discussed earlier, you come around your body like this, right? So you pull up like this, and you pull down this way, right? This is a cross-body lat prayer, straight arm pull down, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, the lat seems to stretch more, the outer lat stretches more when you're coming up this way. And also, some biomechanics trivia. A lot of guys will say, and I don't know, I don't want to say a lot of guys, they will say that the lat loses leverage when you come up directly overhead to 180 degrees. But when you do it cross body like this, the way I'm doing it, you don't ever come overhead like this. You always come up to here, to like 150, 160 degrees at the top. So what happens is your lat gets pulled in front of you. Instead of getting pulled behind you, it gets pulled in front of you like that. And so it becomes more of a diagonal pull, a diagonal lat prayer. And this I find is really great. This is 50 pounds, right? And these are partials. I also want to make a really big point. Even though the cable barely moves, at this point from here to here, there is one hell of a contraction in my lats. Like, it's really big. Even though the cable isn't moving, that doesn't matter for the muscle, right? The actual range of motion to stretch and contract the muscle is lower than the distance of the cable. There's not any, honestly, any need to go lower than this. But if you want to go lower, I go lower sometimes with lower weights. You can do the full range of motion, like where you come up here and then you come back down here like this. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Oh yeah, look. You see that? Just imagine. Just imagine. It feels great. This lift, I got it from Chasm when he was trying to talk about lat prayers not being the best and pullovers not being the best. He made a point about how the lat stretches more here in this angle than it does in this angle. I tried it out. Seems legit. Seems legit. Also because of the way the cable pulls in front of you. It's a legit lift. I like it. For my fans who like lengthened partials, try this. Try the crossbody straight arm pull down. It's a great lift. Also works the triceps, obviously, lats, teres. It's a great lift. What more can I say? And like I said, range of motion, you can do whatever range of motion you want. You want to go lower than this? Go ahead. Go lower than this. Also, in case you didn't notice, look at oh, you can't see it. Never mind. Anyway, now we're gonna go off to the cable row that that I showed, that I already posted. Now this one. So let's get this out of the way. Kelso pull-ups, outer lats, teres major, lower traps, basically, all those muscles. Crossbody pull downs, lats, teres major, tricep, long head of the triceps. Great for those. And then now we have the wide grip neutral cable row. And now this lift, I'm big on this lift right now. Right now, because of the range of motion that you get. You can see right here, I get so much range of motion. And I don't go all the way back. I don't pull my elbows behind my body. Because lengthened partials are so great, you don't have to do that. You just have to get a contraction in your back. And pay close attention. Here, shoulder is flexed, scapula protracted, spine flexed, scapula elevated, because when you're pulling forward and you lean forward, it becomes a diagonal motion. It becomes a diagonal row, like a diagonal pull, but a diagonal row. And when you pull back, people say, oh, there's back extension. You're right. Yeah, because when your spine is flexed, you extend the spine. And when you extend the spine, you retract the scapula. And when you retract the scapula, you extend the shoulder, which works the lat, teres major, rear delt. And then you do it, and then that look, this is the position you start in, right here, with the spine extended, shoulder extended, scapula retracted. And as you come back, your shoulder flexes, your scapula protracts, your spine rounds, and you pull forward, which causes your scapula to elevate. It works basically almost entire back, with the exception of maybe the outer lats, but you still get a lot of lower lat. You guys saw in the thumbnail that I have big lower lats. Well, motions like this with heavy weights, 90 degrees, 120 degrees, whatever, they work the lower lats a lot. They work this works the spine a lot, the mid spine, lower spine, upper spine. It works the traps, lower traps, teres major, rear delts. The only thing it doesn't work optimally would be the outer lats, but it still works a lot of the upper lat, maybe not from the front, the thoracic, back of the lat. It works the lower lat a ton. It's a great lift. And then there are people in my comments telling me it's not working the back. Well, how the hell does my back look like that in the thumbnail? Oh, because I do lifts like this, right? But it doesn't work the back. But it doesn't work the back, right? This position clearly doesn't work the back. And to be clear, I could go heavier than this. I could go lighter than this. I could go heavier than this. I chose this weight because it's easy to control and I don't have to use a lot of weight. This is what I'm going to tell you guys about partials with back exercises. It's not dictated by if you're strong enough to do the weight. It's dictated by whether you want to have that much stress, that physical stress, the fatigue of lifting a really heavy weight. Because trust me, lifting 260 pounds, which is the full stack, is much more exhausting than lifting 160 pounds and coming all the way back. But it probably grows you more too to use 260 pounds than using 160 pounds. And that's probably why it's easier to use 160 pounds. And also, when you're using all the muscles of the back to do a row, that's going to take a lot of energy. You're using the biggest muscles in your entire body all together. And you're also using hip extension. I'm big on turning your rows into deadlifts because deadlifts are a great back exercise. And when you do a deadlift for a row and you combine them, you get a lot of back growth. That's why people use momentum when they row, because it gives them better leverage at the top. They can stretch their back more and they avoid that garbage resistance curve that rows usually have. Anyway, guys, that is the back workout. There's just 3 lifts. I don't need to do many lifts. It was 3 sets each, 9-set workout. It was great. And with a workout like that, you can get a back like that. And obviously, you do your rows and pull-ups, all, program. You have to program all of this throughout the months, throughout the years, and you'll have a big, thick, wide back. Also, do your lengthened partials. Lengthened partials are the best. I'm out, guys.